What is going on, everyone? My name's Boyd and I'm back with some more Age Mythology. The Titans action spawning the bottom of the map in the red color playing as Set. His name is Joe's opponent today in the blue color playing as Oranos. His name is Moore and it's currently 1-2-0 for Moore taking the first game. We just see a vision on the base of Moore at the very start of the game, and that's going to mean some pretty devastating stuff to Moore's early dock here if Joe can find it. So he's actually cast vision to see which way Moore was going, and Moore actually could have faked him out pretty hard here by grabbing this boar and then sending a second villager here over to the side of the map and grabbing the dock on the bottom, slowing down his fish. But he would have been totally fine. But this is going to be this villager getting completely harassed here. And Moore's going to attempt to get a mana up, but finding Blanket of Empress Zoe there. That's negative 5% build and crush vulnerability, which is pretty good. And now the citizen has been spotted and is just going to get pulled back to the base of Moore, who at this point just means he can't get a second fishing ship out. And he should be totally fine here. I'm not sure if this is even 100% worth it for Joe. You lose out on a lot of resources by not empowering. And I like that Moore is just like, you know what? I don't even care. I just move back. I'm going to chop down the straggler trees. It's going to be totally fine. Just going to come back, chop down the straggler trees. It's going to be totally fine instead of taking all this damage here. I guess Moore just doesn't care. He's just like, you know what? The more time this pharaoh is not empowering, the more economy I get out in front. I think that's where he's currently at. And the pharaoh does decide in that moment to leave him alone. And Moore's Johnny's the bigger man here. Now Joe's getting his fish out. And I think he's kind of okay here to throw docks up. Going all the way up this side and just fish this entire side, whereas Moore's going to have to send a citizen all the way back here. And the thing that Joe's managed to do, if you think about it, is he's basically managed to make Moore effectively sacrifice 3 villages to move back over here to put another dock on this side. And there's some cheese you could possibly do here with shifting sands with villagers and just shifting sands onto this dock here and pick it off. And when you can just go into this gold mine as he's seeing, that would be pretty huge. Kind of like a shifting sands villager rush onto the town center, except no risk. And you completely kill off the water, the food supply, the fish supply for Moore very, very fast. So we'll see if Joe does that. It's a little bit of a omniscient kind of strategy. It's because I can see the whole map, I can see what's going on here, but Joe has basically seen everything he needs to see to come up with that strategy, so we'll see if he does go for it or not. And that's a thing. Now, what's the other relic on the map? I saw it over here. We do have a Pygmalion statue. Even more reason here to go for a villager rush. That relic is so strong. It puts these villagers up to something like 100 HP. It's 40% extra HP. So what's that? Like a little bit less than 30, 90 something, or 88 HP or something like that. That's my guess. Who knows? Who knows? Not me. Anyways, we do have more going up to the classic age through Prometheus. Temple coming up now for Joe, a little bit late. So leaving this goat over here, putting more docks up, just trying to fish this this water up as best as he can. We do see a citizen running into the corner over here. Joe not checking it out just yet, but he will get there. I think it's a bit far away for this villager to help out. And the dock goes up so insanely fast here for Moore. So now he's got an option. Joe has to basically go, well, do I just decide to shift onto this or do I shift onto this? I think definitely this option is the better one, but not even sure he'll do that at this point. It's what it is. Now the villager's getting harassed back to the home. Prometheus comes in. This Prometheus is going to be fairly key. We'll see what he can do with the oracles for Moore have been deleted because he had to deal with the harass that was going on here. So deleting those oracles gives him an extra villager to be able to build without building a mana, which pretty pretty key. Pretty key. And more gonna just have a little toilet break or something. It's 1 second, and we do have 40% Anubis here for Joe. So I'm gonna go Tar. A little bit surprised there, to be honest. I think there's some serious abuse that could go on here for Joe, as set with like shifting sands, but not happening just yet. The villager does get prevented on this location as well. Anyways, I guess it's a water break. All right. What's this? Is Joe forgotten the houses? He has forgotten houses. He's going to actually hit the classical age. And all of these animals are going to spawn. And I mean, Anubis is an interesting one. It will allow him to just fish on this location or fish on this location just by casting it. But see where he decides to use it and what's the dealio here. There's the Anubis. Is there an instant snakes? No snakes. Building some fishing ships on the bottom of the map as he's just harassing and trying to get as much economy for himself. I like this play so far by Moore. He's playing very, very nicely around that early harass there. We've got some units moving forward to making sure there are no extra docks going down the bottom of the map. It's still only 1 dock apiece, so you just have to build out a couple of cabinets here to defend this. We'll see where he goes from this. Joe's got an armory coming up now. Maybe going straight to the heroic age? I guess. Lots of food income. I mean, he's got a lot of villages on wood, so this could just be the semi-fast heroic, the standard one where you build some cabinets and just go straight to the heroic age and you're totally fine. There's Valor. Memilo coming forward. Not quite housing around this watchtower correctly, but that's fine. Per scene, I guess, wants to be seen. We've got no per scene for probably either player here. It's a little bit too much of an investment for how fast Moore advanced and building all these bareems and everything else. You see that the heroes are chasing these units away as are the cabinets coming in to destroy this bottom fish here, or this bottom navy. And you do have to kind of over cabinet here. And he does still have Plague of Serpents, so he could do that on the top side of the sea just to defend this location and prevent more from harassing the fish and not having to deal with that at all. And there's the armory. Joe, very short on gold here. Did he forget pickaxe? Yes. Forgot to pickaxe. This pharaoh should probably be over empowering the mining camp as well. Barracks coming down now for Joe. Just has to be nice and safe. I'm gonna drop that relic off and then pop over onto the gold mine. It looks like Promethean offspring are here, but I'm gonna get pushed away by the watchtower basically. And there's a second town center for more. This town center doesn't really secure anything. I actually don't know. I don't know about it. It's nice and well defended because of the trees here, but like you chuck up a military barracks or 2 over on this side and it's going to be difficult for Joe to push through here, but it doesn't secure any gold mines or anything. It doesn't do too much. This town center on the other hand, much better, but very close to Joe's base. So if he does grab it, he's asking himself to get hit by an Ancestor's Siege Priest timing push. There's the monument to the villagers coming up. Joe is getting very close to the next age. And is picking off these Bareem here. And I still question the whole going through Anubis right here for Joe. I mean, maybe he's just trolling a little bit. Maybe he thinks he needs the Plague of Serpents as well to kind of win a fight on the land. But he just hasn't used it yet, which is super surprising. Meanwhile, Moore still just chilling with those docks, those fish in that dock, and running around to the bottom. Town center for Joe is going up, and still no Nephthys just yet for Joe. He's got a lot of gold in the bank, and he's going to be returning back to his home gold mines, just booming away. Another armory going up for Joe for some reason. Okay, Axemen and Slingers coming out now, staying classical age. He does have some extra spicy upgrades he can get. Or actually, it's only for the spearmen. He can get, what's that, poison spear thing? I can't remember what it's called. Serpent spear, close. Can get those for the spearmen, but you just don't build them in the classical age against Atlantean, because you want to have the extra pierce armor for your axemen. I think spearmen have very low pierce armor, right? No, I tell a lie, they have 20%. I'm silly. Joe going for a third town center here. Maybe building spearman's not the worst idea against the Terma. Right, we just see the Anubite is going to get sniped there, and a shockwave comes down while the Pharaoh is going to be trying to empower this town center. Plague of Serpents does come down, and that's probably going to force more out of here, but he's actually staying and fighting this. I'm not sure he wins this fight here. The Axemen will chew through those Hero Mamillo, and then everything else will be falling. Meanwhile, the town center gets up. That's going to be 3 town centers for Joe, sitting in a really good position. These cabinets are going to be taking down this dock while this is all going down. It's just going to allow Joe to grab an extra 3 fish spots there. Now we've got a Kara Ballister here, and Joe going through Nephthys while the Promethean getting sniped there by the Pharaoh, who's going to be trying to figure out somewhere to go. And now throwing down another barracks for Joe. I'm not sure what Moore can do at this point. He is going through Hyperion, so it's actually gonna come down to a gold starve, I think, here for Moore. Like I say, if you go Hyperion, you're going pretty all in. Going through Thea, a little bit more playing for the late game, or like the late game push, getting those extra dryads out, because they're basically worth an extra 2 to 3 population each. You get 5 of them, that's 10 to 15 population depending on what you think their stats are worth. But when you go through Hyperion, you're basically killing a good chunk of army every single time you cast Chaos. And on top of that, the Satyr, just absolute tanks of units. They're basically Manticore except on steroids. And they're cheap as chips because your favor costs no resources, as opposed to basically the other civilizations like Greek and Egyptian, where you have to basically pay resources to get favor. In that Greek, the villagers could be gathering wood, food, or gold, and Egyptians actually do just cost resources to gather. And there's Migdol Stronghold coming up for Joe. Not using his Pharaoh to empower it though, and he's just going to chill for the time being. He may possibly just be able to go straight to the Mythic Age here, which he is doing, going through Horus here. The Heroic Age for Moore has been hit, but I'm not sure he's going to be able to chase as fast as Joe here. Is actually sitting really low on the resources because he does not have any real food income here. We see these Marines coming in with the help of the Raid, who's got some ridiculous moves here. What's it do? Shark Bite, 150 hacked damage, which is basically gonna kill off half a cabinet, which is huge. And a lot of these units are gonna die. It also has like a bonus damage against fishing ship, right? She does. No, I tell a lie. No bonus damage versus fishing ship. The special attack will kill a fishing ship though. That's a thing. That's a thing. And the priest, the Pharaoh, pushing forward. These citizen will get away, but with the Horus coming in very soon, I think if he casts the what do you call it, the tornado on this location, he could potentially get a gold staff onto Moore, who's about to run out of home gold mines. He does have a gold mine here and here that he can grab. And meanwhile, we do see another siege works coming up, another Migdol Stronghold coming up, trying to secure this middle location. So this is all going to be onto Joe to like figure out how to end this game fast enough so that Moore can't just come in with a Tartarian gate or something like that. We do see Hecate is coming through. There's Chaos onto this army. Going to be converting that Scorpion Man as well. There's Horus though for Joe, as he has to kill off his own Scorpion Man. But that's great for him because that means that he gets an Avenger that's not going to get chaosed. And now the elephants are coming out because that can now take down the town center. Fortified town center is coming through for Moore, who's gone through. Hecate himself already got the Prometheans in this location, going to be casting the Tartarian Gate. I assume he'll be casting it, but Joe does have access to just use his ancestors onto this and pick this one off, which he is going to do, and then just bring the villagers over as well. Take down the Tartarian Gate. There is masons. There's probably going to be an architects on its way. No architects just yet. Sometimes we see it, sometimes we don't. Barracks coming down here. We do see a tornado onto the hometown center of Moore. He's going to try and repair it, but that's not going to do anything. The town center will be going down. No questions asked. I would have loved to have seen the tornado over here, though. Meanwhile, going after this town center, Joe going to be moving his villagers in as well to get that extra damage in. The elephant tanking the damage as well from the town center. So this town center is going to do get no kills. There is the town center of Moore getting, or not town center, the Tartarian Gate of Moore getting very low, but the minions not quite going to be enough here, as this could spell some pretty dire consequences for Joe if he doesn't deal with it. He does have to rebuild the monuments as well. The town center is just about to go down. Moore going to be sitting on only one town center left. He is moving in with these Contarius and the Satyr, but priests are already here. No funeral rites though, but he will be able to pick this off so fast. 320 HP goes down really fast when there's priests and a pharaoh here. Meanwhile, villagers getting this town center up. Going to be 4 town centers to 1 town center. More still not repairing or rebuilding this hometown center here, and that's absolutely huge. And then that's going to be it. Now we do see some hero destroyers trying to take down this Migdol stronghold, but I think Joe can just ignore it and just come into the home base. We do see that a shockwave does get cast in order to try and do this, but the Lampade converts the Avenger. Almost going to be falling, but will survive. And now Siege Tower's coming on to the gold mine of Moore. Not sure what he's kind of got to deal with this. Meanwhile, Priest getting built out to try and pick off these Tartarian spawns, but Joe, you can pick this off. It's got 500 HP. Just grab these villagers and go. It's looking like he doesn't care too much. Just going to be losing some buildings over here. Joe rebuilding his houses on this side. More priests coming out of this town center in order to just distract at this point. Picking off the units of Moore while he's pushing forward into this middle base here. Hero Destroyers going down. Siege Towers onto this town center. Moore does get to the Titan Age, and he's going to be building that one up here. So he's going to be relying on the Titan Gate to win him this game, or at least help him get back into it. Meanwhile, Joe just about picked off this Tartarian Gate. 250 HP left. Priest helping, Town Center helping to shoot it down. Relic going to be chilling here for the time being. It could be a good relic to grab as well, though, because it does slow the Titan down as well. But I feel like Joe can just come over and kill this at any point in time, because there's no units here basically for Moore, and he is going to be sending a little squadron of units over there while he's dealing with these weak units. But there is a Lampade who can pick off these heavy elephant as well, and you have to remember also, I'm pretty sure Moore's going to be having a chaos coming in fairly soon. We check out what's happening there. I can't see when it's going to be coming back up, but the units come over to help defend this heavy elephant. And we do have some catapult coming in, sitting at 34% on this Titan Gate. No gold income for Moore very soon as well, so these units are going to be very vitally important to keep alive for Moore. You can see sitting at 229 HP. More Migdol strongholds coming up in the base of Joe, and Joe does cast Chaos, does hit only, unluckily hits only one elephant here. The Lampade, unfortunately, well, he goes after the Migdols that are going up, but the town center going to be going down very fast, and the Lampade gets picked off, and the town center goes down. Catapult's going to be gearing up to grab or prevent that Titan Gate from going up. There's no real response to them either. Moore's got no gold income. He's got nothing. This is all onto Joe to just basically right click onto the Titan Gate, which he has done, and you can see that it's not quite enough to stop it here, but it's slowing it down considerably. When more of these catapults start hitting, which they have done, we're going to start seeing this Titan Gate gets completely prevented. A lighthouse now going up for Joe. Siege Tower is coming onto the Titan Gate, and this one is going to be over at any time. Very, very soon. Still trying to build the lighthouse, and this Titan Gate just about picked off as the villagers do get pulled off it, and they're going to be moving on to the siege towers. And there's more tapping out. GG. Well played by Joe. Really nice set play with the early vision. The priest pharaoh moving forward, really hurting Moore's early game. And there was just at that point, like, I feel like Joe just did everything right in this game. Nothing that Moore could kind of do. He tried to get the timing onto the gold mine, but it was just a little bit too late. And in the end of the day, it was just too much. And Joe does get that win, leveling the series 1-1. We'll see if they want to play one more game. I've only got one more in me, so let's see if they'll play that one, and then I'll get out of here. Anyways, we'll move on to the game real shortly. So thank you all for watching so far.